Hi, welcome to American Dream Vacations. I'm Kendall, and we're going to do the orientation for Unit 1824. First, we have 3 storage compartments right here. Next, we have our keys. You have your Ford engine key. You have this kind of square-looking key that goes into all of your compartment doors. All right. This is gonna open up all the compartment doors on this side and the other side, except for the last 2 on the driver's side. The last 2 on the driver's side, it says 415 along the side, and it also has 415 right here on the lock, and that's going to be on the driver's side. Okay? And then you have 2 door keys. One says K101 and K102. These are your 2 door keys. The 101 goes to the bottom, and the other one that says K201 goes to the top. All right? We have our water heaters, no need for access to that, or your furnace, or the back of your refrigerator. Down below you have storage, and just kind of this empty space here. This is where your water fill tank is, but it actually fills up on the other side. We have storage here. We have our electrical cord here. These 4 prongs means that you have 50 amp service. That means you can run 2 rooftop air conditioners and everything inside. If you get to a campsite and they only have 30 amp service, you need to use this adapter. Adapter simply plugs in here. And now you have the 3 prongs, which is 30 amp service, and that means you can run 1 rooftop air at a time and everything inside. If you want to go home and charge up your battery, keep your fridge cold, but not run any air conditioner, you plug this into an outlet, an extension cord, and you can run everything inside only. No rooftop air. All right. Over here we have our generator. The generator has a stop prime button. You're going to use the one on the inside. This one here has one on outside because it's just built on with it. But basically you're going to hold the stop prime button until the red light comes on. When the red light comes on, you can hit the start side. You can hold the start, and when the engine comes all the way on is when you let go of the button. Alright, if you need to check the oil fill is here. It's 1540. And if you have circuit breakers that trip, they're going to be resetting right here. They're going to be in the mid position, and you're going to simply turn them all the way to off and then back on. Alright, there's also an air filter behind this. The generator is going to run your rooftop air, and it's also going to run all your outlets to include your microwave. Okay? When your generator, if your generator does not start, for example, you've been there all night, it's been working fine, and your generator doesn't start, perhaps your batteries have run low. So if your batteries run low, go ahead and start your coach engine, and it'll start charging up the batteries. Give it maybe 10 minutes, and then start your generator up. Okay, that's a common problem amongst renters, so just be aware. Also, if you're plugged in to a campsite, you should be getting full power inside, and your generator should start up at any time. If it does not, then there's another problem. In the rear, we have pass-through storage. It goes all the way to the other side, so if you want to put some lawn chairs or picnic tables, there's plenty of storage there. The ladder's for roof access, for maintenance only, not for any other reason. On this side, we have storage, and this is where we're going to keep our electrical connection. Slides into here so that you can keep the door closed and not have to have the door leaning on this cord here. So you just slide it in there. Also, that other key is going to open up these two compartment doors. That's the 415 key, that black one. Okay. Another thing with these doors, if you notice, these doors are opened up kind of high. Well, this slide is going to also come out, and if you don't have this door lower, then the slide is going to scratch up the doors. So make sure that when you're done working this area, you go ahead and lower your doors back down. Okay. Just like that. And all of them have the same types of catches on them. So just be aware that all the way along the sides, if you're going to raise the doors up, please make sure you let them back down before you let your slide outs back in. Okay, here we have our unleaded fuel door. Okay, just a simple little open and close. We have our sewage. We're going to provide you with this hose right here. And when you get to the campsite, you can remove your handhold so that you can pull this through. This simply disconnects and connects wherever you are, and the other end of this hose right here is going to fit into the dump station. You can take this off right here and thread it into the spot that goes in, and then take this white piece and it's just going to half twist right into place. Okay, Once you got it all hooked up, you have your black valve and your gray valve. Your black is your toilet. And when you pull this, all that toilet tank water is going to come up out of there and it's going to flow into your hole. After it's done, you can pull your gray, and that's your sink and shower water. That's going to flush and clean that line out with all the soapy water that you've been putting in there from taking showers. If you feel like your black tank is not clean enough, you can always take your garden hose, connect it to a water source, and put it onto your sewer flusher connection. This is going to rinse the inside of that black tank and get it a little cleaner than it was with just the gravity dump. Okay, so this is a threaded piece right here. You got your water hose. Wherever you're going, you make sure you have your water regulator on at all times, and your water regulator is simply this piece right here. Okay, city water pressure is too great for all the plastic lines in here, so make sure that you keep this on here at all times. This piece would go into here. This is where you're going to fill up your water at. So you're going to thread this into here. And the way this works is a little confusing, but if you can read this, then this is what you can get out of this section here. You get your fresh water, or you can use city water connection. So if you hook up, you turn your water source on at the campsite, and you have this arrow down to this valve in the down position, you're going to use city water connection. You don't need to have a water pump on. But if you're not going to use a water source and you're going to use the onboard water that we provided you or that you filled up, then and you just want to use your fresh water, you're going to have this here and you're going to turn your water pump on. So you turn your water pump on there. There's also several switches inside. Okay? Once the pressure has built up, it's going to stop. If you have this in the wrong position, the pump's not going to stop. Okay? So have that there. If you need to fill up your water, you're about to go to the next destination, or you've used up all your water, you put your hose back on here, thread it in, turn your water on, and now you're at tank fill. Okay, so if you can read it, this is what you're doing. You're in tank fill right now. You get done filling up, now you're in fresh water or city water connection. Okay, if you're going to use your city water, remember, you don't need your pump. You have an outside shower here. Works just like a normal shower does. It's got a start valve on the outside right here. So if you need to have whatever temperature water, you can stop it here rather than stopping it here. Okay. Also, when you are at a campsite, you want to make sure you keep your valves open. Keep your valves closed so that the water pressure builds up, and then all the solid waste that's in the black tank can flow out with all the liquids. Okay, so then you're going to just maybe pull your valves every other day or so. All right, it's to your discretion, however you want to do that, but that's the way I would do it. Here we have more storage, and finally our propane tank. Propane tank, you have your gauge right here, shows you how much propane you have. It's a pretty large tank. This should last a long time. If you needed to fill it up, you can fill it up there at a U-Haul or whatnot. And your valve is here. Okay, you can leave that on all the time. You only need to turn it off in case of an emergency. That is it with the propane. We also have side marker cameras on each side. So when you put your left-right blinker on, the corresponding camera will come on and show you the screen on your dash. I think that covers everything on the outside. Let's go to the inside.